my God, we're here, guys. It's day 10. I mean, it's it's day 199 of 365 days of soap, but it's day 10 of the Taylor Swift, awesomeness. And it's time for the big reveal and all of it in its like beautiful, awesome form. Plus, something that is so unbelievably epic. My mind is still blown by its creation and all of the things. And I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to effuse all about it in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the Taylor Swift things, and today is the final day. And what we are doing today is we are unveiling all of the packaging for the Taylor Swift bars. And I know that sounds weird, like who cares about packaging? I care about packaging because it's delightful. This was just the making of the soaps and the creating of all of that. That was one piece in the whole big puzzle, right? Because for something that is as important as Taylor Swift for me, I definitely, make sure that they each get their own boxes and that the theme continues throughout the branding on the box. And so we have 8 different bars to name, to put quotes on, to, do the lyrics, to all of the things. And so I'm going to show you that today. And I'm also going to show you the coolest end product that ever has existed in the history of ever that Georgia Mae and Mr. Soap and Clay made. And it's epic and so good. And let's go. We're going to talk about it and then you'll get to see it. So look, you guys, it's the first one. You remember the first one? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Like, your attention span is better than that. Yeah. First bar. So the Teardrops on My Guitar bar, the self-titled album, it's awesome. And the scent blend, it's the sweet mint and the basil and the ozone rain. It's all great. Lavender, it's cool. And I stamped this with my, regular stamp because I wanted the teardrops to show up behind the stamp. So yeah, we're doing the things and it's super cute and awesome. And I am really just doing the stamping thing with this video because I have not put out an FAQ in a minute, and usually I do a stamping thing for the FAQ. So we're going to show you all the beauty of the T-Swizzle bars, in one cool video, all of the things, So when I stamp, for anybody who cares, look, folklore, or no, fearless, haha. I'm still doing drunk history, by the way. I don't, this is really at this point just an excuse to drink for 10 days straight, and I might need a meeting when it's all done, but it's been fun. But yeah, so the things I'm spraying on the bars, I am spraying a rubbing alcohol to make it easier for the stamp to come off of, and that's gorgeous. Look at the Fearless bar. It's so beautiful. And I do that to make it easier for the stamp to come out of the bars without it getting weird and sloopy looking. And so that's the thing. You can also use, and I actually do for really all of my bars when I'm not stamping for a video, I put a sheet of plastic over it, all plastic wrap, and stamp through the plastic wrap, and that works really well if you are doing stamps that don't require colors, right? So for the first 3 that we've done for this, that totally works. It's great because you can use a plastic wrap and it won't do things. But if you're trying to do color, it doesn't really work because, I mean, you're gonna put color on the stamp and then it won't transfer through the plastic wrap. Whatever, it's all thing. So yes, for the packaging of these bars, because for every bar that I make, every like themed thing that I make, that I super duper love, they don't get just the normal cigar band with it. That just doesn't make sense to me in my world. The theme carries on throughout the packaging as well. I mean, the theme carries on in the cigar bands with whatever I'm making, really. And the red album is so pretty. It's so good. And that's, I already stamped that. You saw it in the video. So we're going to move right on to reputation. But yeah, so the packaging for the projects I super duper care about. So like Game of Soaps, the Harry Potter line, the Taylor Swift line, the Zodiac soaps, they all get boxes. And so I have to keep the theme going from the outside, so the packaging, the box, right on into the bar. And so that's what I'm doing for the boxes and all the things for the Taylor Swift line. And I am pulling quotes, lyrics from each album and essentially using them to not only name the bars, but also to write the copy for the back of the boxes. Because, I mean, there's more room, you got to do the thing. And look at that snake skin. I'm still so in love with the Reputation bar. And you guys have seen this. I showed this in the lover video for like the heart and the archer, you know, symbol for Sagittarius. But these are, you know, we did 1 of 4 for the lover bar, really, because it's she released 4 different albums, so I'm like, I can release 4 different stamped versions of the lover soap. Why not? Have fun, do things. And so this is something that would not work out well if you put the plastic wrap over all of the bars, obviously, because the color doesn't transfer through the things. So yep. And then look, there's the, we're also going to do the, I had 4 different versions for this one. It felt fitting for the lover album because she put out 4 different albums. So I own them all because I love giving T-Swizzle my money. That's the whole thing. I've given her a lot of money over the years, guys. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so the boxes, like the stamps, yes, they're obviously important because I'm branding them for me and doing the things and really solidifying the theme for the bars themselves. But the boxes, they also, like, so much work went into all of the boxes. It's crazy. This whole project, it's, again, it was a huge labor of love, such a huge passion project, and I love that so much. So much thought went into the design of the bars, the scent of the bars, but then you had to still stamp the bars and then do the boxes. So it's a lot. It's so much that went into the creation of each of these soaps. And I am still so incredibly in love with the Folklore bar. Like, it is the weirdest bar that I've ever made in the history of ever. All of these sort of conflicting colors that just exist in this one piece that just, it's perfect. It totally works. And it's weird. It's so weird, but it's still 100% fitting. And essentially the Folklore bar represents all of the other colors up to this point in all of the, like, the lover house and everything. So it's gorgeous. And you have the thin line, and this is just going to be me for funsies, trying to put them all, I mean, first trying to put them all together in order. So Folklore at the top, and then moving down to Reputation, or I'm sorry, Lover, Reputation, and then 1989, and then you have the Red album, the Speak Now album, the Folklore album, or the Fearless album, and the self-titled So that's cool. But, you know, I'm going to think about it. This is not exactly how it exists in my life, so let's rank it in my favorites. And this is an impossible thing for me to do as far as favorite albums go. Not the soaps, the albums that they represent. This is tough. I don't know really, because before Folklore it was Red, and then everything else basically existed in the number 2 spot, like equal footing. But then after doing this project, and yeah, so maybe this is kind of where they rank for me. That kind of makes sense. Sure. And yeah, there they all are together, all 8 of them. And we will move on to the boxes. And again, the boxes are, oh God, so much thought went into these boxes. So I pulled a lyric with the majority of them from the actual songs themselves. And so I wanted to kind of create a poem using T-Swizzle's lyrics if you read them in order from, you know, when she released. So we have the first one, and it's titled Grabbed a Pen, and then the back of the box is, and you know, it's named Taylor because it's self-titled, and then that's awesome. And yes, love that. And I'm not gonna like read these as we do them because you know how to read. So it goes, grabbed a pen, count to 10. That's a lyric from the Fearless album. And again, all like sort of meant to thematically go together and tell a story. Kind of like she did for the 1989 liner notes and the hidden message. And so there's the Fearless bar and literal lyrics for that from the Fearless album to do the description on the back, which I had a lot of fun with, but also it's kind of tough to do this. There are so many elements at play with this, again, because it's the artistry and it's the capturing of a theme and it's the actual soaping things, but then it is moving into, you know, literary plays and all the things, which, you know, it kind of works out because all of my education, as wild as all of my degrees and all of my things have been, as varied as they've been, we will be remembered. That is from my favorite song on the Speak Now album, which was Long Live, and she had the time of her life proving them wrong. Like, oh God, come on. It's, yes, so that's the Speak Now bar. And yeah, so I'm actually, projects like this I super love because I'm combining all of my, you know, awesomeness with all of the things that I've learned, you know, at university and all the things into one project. So it's the chemistry, it's the science, it's the literary stuff, it's the ability to plan a theme. And there's the Red album. And this one is my least favorite descriptor with all of it. I still feel like I need to work on this a little bit more, but it's cool. It's nice. Do the thing, and it totally works. And the title of the Red album would be This Time of Night, which is, you know, awesome. And then we have the 1989 album, which is the only one that I didn't pull a lyric from the actual lyrics of the songs. I didn't do that. I instead pulled from the liner notes from this because I like the idea of her being in a fishbowl and everyone was watching during 1989, because I think that's very true during her. This one's actually my favorite. Well, my second favorite, but all of that, there are lyrics from the songs, and it's so random and it's so awesome, and it all fits together perfect. It's so good. But yeah, the everyone was watching was from her liner notes, not from an actual song. And I love the title that I ultimately went with for the Reputation bar, the Call It What You Want To, because that was the whole point of Reputation. It was, you know, whatever. You do your thing. You call me whatever it is that you want. I know me, it doesn't matter. And for the back and the description of the whatever, I just put in there 2017 because remember, for reputation, there will be no explanation. There is only reputation. So that's all you get. It's just the year. Like we're not going to analyze this bar. We're not going to analyze this album. And the Lover album is, you know, I See Daylight. That's such a good song. Like whatever. Lover was great. It was an amazing album. And so that I See Daylight was the one that, you know, resonated with me the most for this one. And I think that's great. And the back of the description for the, you know, overall theme to really complete it would be the wordsmithing that I do in the back. And I quite like the Lover one because we have waited our whole lives for T Swift to fill this fresh page on the desk. Like, and we will never calm down. She found real love, and that's amazing. How can you calm down after that? You need to calm down. We're not doing it. We're not going to do it. We're so happy for her and her life and all of the things. And the Folklore album was actually the hardest to name. It was very tough because the Folklore album is very deep and big and whatever. And so I liked the idea of using To Make Some Sense of What You See as the title for this because A, the bar is weird. And if you don't like really know the Folklore album on an intimate basis, you're not really going to understand the pour at all. So, you know, to make some sense of what you see, it kind of fits with you're seeing the soap and you're doing the things, and she does give so many signs, and you did smooth out our shattered edges, and you gave me a tiny glimpse of relief through this crazy 2020 year. And this is all of them in order, and it kind of tells a cool little story with all of them in order of when she released her albums to the soaps and their, you know, representations. So it's grabbed a pen, count to 10, we will be remembered, this time of night everyone was watching, call it what you want to, I see daylight, to make some sense of what you see. And that's, you know, that's kind of fun. I have a degree in the shit, so I should be better at it, like the whole wordsmithing and the whatever. I have 2 degrees in the shit, but you know, whatever, it's cool. I'm working with her lyrics, and so they're beautiful, and pairing them together like this is kind of fun. Now we are going to move on to the box, and the box is so freaking amazing. So first up, the process picks the first strokes. Georgia Mae is painting the house that Mr. Soap and Clay made, that we will be sending to T-Swizzle, and Georgia Mae likes to capture her first brush strokes on all of her artistic endeavors, really, and so that's awesome. And then some more, you know, process picks when she has things kind of squared away and going, and yeah, yep. And then here we are. Mr. Soap and Clay built this house, and Georgia Mae painted this house, and look at this house. It is the Lover house. Everything that we've been doing for 10 days all goes to this. And this is extraordinary. Look at the detail she put on that door. Like, she studied the Lover video for so much studying and doing the things to make the house. And it's awesome. And that in of itself, that's a cool lid for a, you know, a box. And just in case you're not, this is not for sale. This is going to Taylor Swift. This is the box that is going to Taylor Swift. And look at the artistry and the time that Georgia Mae has put into this box, and all of the love and all of the care and all of the detail just on the outside of this box. And you know, same thing with Mr. Soap and Clay. He built the box, and look at the things, all of the soap inside of the Lover house. It's the frickin' Lover house. That is gorgeous. That is amazing. Look at all of the things, the hallway with the strobe lights and in the Lover video. You know that, right? And see, there's the first one. There's the first album, and look at the room. Do you see the cat? Yep, second album, the Fearless album. and the yellow / orange room, and all of the yep, and the speak now is the purple room, and that's so good. And the red album is the red room, obviously. It's look at what Georgia did. Do you see this? Do you see what she has done? And the blue room for 1989 where the fishbowl is and all of the, yes, and then the reputation in the attic with this projector screen and watching the videos, and yep. And the pink room, the bedroom for Lover, and I mean, look at that. Look what she did for the spiral staircase. Look at this. Look at the cat. She put Taylor Swift's cat in a frame in the green room because that existed in the green room in the Lover house. The attention to detail that Georgia Mae put into this, it's stunning. You see the thing, the rug on the floor, and then the detail, I mean, she nailed this. Look at this. This is just art to the nth degree. Like, I made the soaps and the boxes and I obsessed over this and whatever, and then she like steals my thunder with this because look how perfect this is. Let's go back and watch the Lover video and go, yeah, no, Georgia Mae 100% nailed this Lover house that we are sending to Taylor Swift, because this whole set right here is going to Taylor Swift right now because I'm done with the video and all the things. It's being shipped to her with this like fangirl note about how much, you know, she's inspired me and how she's awesome. And, you know, I mean, it's not really that fangirl, but it's kind of fangirl, whatever. Look at the blue room. Look at the blue room. It's perfect with the fishbowl should be in there, but instead we have the soap in there. It's gorgeous. And the spiral staircase, look at that, my friends. Do you see the painting a spiral staircase? Have you tried to do that? It's tough. And the lighting and the shading that she did for the reputation, for the reputation, the attic, it's wow, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This house, and she kept the thin line of the single thread of gold tied me to you. It's what she did. Yep. And then the pink room for the Lover video. It's perfect. Georgia Mae spent so much time on painting this box, and I'm completely and totally 100% blown away by this. Like, again, she's like showing up my soaps at this. So like my thought is, if T-Swizzle ever sees this, and I hope she will, you know, I hope like somebody actually checks her mail and then gives it to her and says, you should check this out. I think she's going to be blown away. She looks at the house that we created, like Mr. Soap and Clay built this house perfectly within the right proportions for all of my soaps to go into, and I built the soaps and I did all of the thing for the boxes and, you know, obsessed over all of that. And then Georgia Mae painted each of the rooms within the house to match the Lover video. This is how much we love T-Swizzle. Like, this whole project, when I say it's a passion project, I'm not just saying things. This is such a big deal. It was so much love and attention and all of the things went into this. And at the end of it, we have created, I mean, we can never create the epicness that Taylor Swift does with everything that she puts out, but I believe that is a gorgeous homage to everything that she has done and has given the world. And I am grateful for her and Georgia Mae and Mr. Soap and Clay and all of the things, and that is amazing. Look at it. It's a freaking house, like the Lover house. And do you see like the detail on the door? It's so, and all of the, it's so beautiful. Like, this is stunning. So when I say that Georgia Mae is good at all of the things, I literally do mean all of the things. And this is just one of many things that she's so good at. And it is killer that she did this, and she put in so much time and effort and thought and all of the things into this that it's not even funny. Like, she loved this project. She learned all kinds of cool new things about painting within this project, and I am so super excited to be sending this to T-Swizzle. Like, we're doing that. We're sending the thing, and I'm having a really hard time actually opening the box right now because like it's heavy and it's all a thing. But yeah, that, and then she like kept the single thread of gold, right, in the thing. So she did the thing with the gold all around, and then you have all of the bars in, which in of themselves, if you read it in the right order, it like tells a little story too, which is super cool. But that's amazing. That is just so epic. And this is what, after I am done with this video right now, this is what we are sending to Taylor Swift, along with a note of, you know, fangirling. There's a lot of fangirling going on in that note, but yes, we are sending this to Taylor Swift so she gets to see the end package and all of the things, and you know, we can talk about how Georgia Mae made the thing and did all this, and Mr. Soap and Clay made the house. And so yes, if you are interested in this, you can't have it. This is T-Swizzle's. It belongs to T-Swizzle, and I'm actually bummed that I don't have one for myself, because I should. And maybe Mr. Soap and Clay and Georgia Mae will be super nice and will make me a house too, because I love this. It's so beautiful. And yeah, we're sending the entire set to Taylor Swift, and you know, I have fantasies that she'll get it and it will actually end up in her hands at some point, and she'll see it and appreciate it, or you know, whatever, and that would be cool. And you know, even if she doesn't, she's been such a big part of my life since she came on the scene and became a thing that you know, I mean, I give her a lot of money because I'm always buying her albums and all that stuff, so fine, but it's a gift for T-Swizzle. Now, since it is day 10, all of the bars and the cloud bath bombs and everything, they are available on the website at soapandclay.com. If you would like to pick up the set, you get the cloud bath bomb along with the whole set. If you want to pick up the bars individually, that's cool too. If you are interested in more crazy soapy antics, subscribe to the channel. This has been 10 days of a really amazing project for me personally, but you know, I have to go back to regular content now, so tomorrow will be different and it'll be awesome too. So you know, subscribe, stick around, see what I have in store for you tomorrow. For those of you who are subscribed, I hope you had as much fun with this Taylor Swift project as I did, because it was so much fun. And thank you so much for like joining me and being here during my fangirling fun. I thank you for being you and for subscribing to me. I appreciate that. And yeah, that does it for me today. I am going to go, you know, give one last long look at this beautiful package and get it off in the mail to Miss T-Swizzle. And I will see you guys all again tomorrow, where we will not be talking about Taylor Swift. I promise. Bye.